Hey, good morning, everybody. Erasmo will be back in a couple of minutes. The weather's good outside. I know that not too many people are here right now. I just wanted to get straight to the point. I know they're bringing back the Cameron County Arena, which was, posted and reshared yesterday, quite a few times. Um, and I know not many people heard about it in the first time around because they were trying to bring it up within the first, a couple of weeks before the election time. And that's why I guess it was turned down because not many people had information about it. But now I guess they're giving it more time because the election, I believe, should be in May. Um, but it's still talking about the same thing. It's still talking about the Cameron County Arena. They're trying to bring it in with the company. That other company, I think it's still gonna go with the whole subdivisions, but they're still trying to add the Cameron County Arena. Um, and they're trying to add several things. I was seeing to see if there was like if people don't get off because I don't think it's gonna be people getting off on the 100th Street. As far as what I was seeing people that are probably gonna end up getting off and Roberta Road to go into that area. They I did see on the plan that they're planning on putting in a bank in the corner and a subdivision right next to the arena, which it's cool if you like that. But I guess if it's just a couple of times, having like events nearby that. But imagine once it gets like, I guess hopefully, like if everything goes well, let's say it gets popular, and you're right next to that arena. You have a house right next to the arena, and it's popular. Like they will start with the whole, I guess, complaining and would it because they were saying like, oh, it's for like middle class to upper middle class homes right next to the arena. I don't see that happening. Like, not that I don't see that happening, but it doesn't make sense. It's not actually like a master plan to have middle class to upper middle class subdivisions right next to an arena that you expect to have it popular. It makes no sense as it is. I've been to like not been to, but I know one time I was at an HEB, and I kid you not, they couldn't even idle they couldn't idle the 18 wheelers when they're delivering like before 6 o'clock in the morning because it would wake the people up because it was like a middle class neighborhood, middle class subdivision. So if people are, yes, it does make it's good to a certain point that I guess you have the amenity to have like a subdivision nearby the arena, but in the long run, is like, do you really want to have an arena that close to your house? Hey, how's it going, Ray? Yes, today I am going to be by myself just for a couple of minutes. That's what Erasmo told me. Um, but yes, that's why I was bringing up the whole arena thing because they are bringing it back into the. I guess they're gonna into the ballot to try to see if they can get the Cameron County Arena approved. Because I think they are gonna go with the subdivisions and all the master plan. They're just trying to, I guess, have the arena paid off by the county or have the arena add the county to it. The county has had other places paid off by the I guess hot tax, the hotel occupancy tax, which is like the Isla Blanca Amphitheater and the ecotourism, which was recently done like a ribbon cutting right there in front of Laguna Vista. Um, but do you see it bring a lot of people? Do you see the amphitheater like do a lot of concerts? And everybody's like, oh, expecting to see a lot of like, oh, might bring a whole lot of like new concerts or new bands. And I'm like, I don't know if you noticed, but the Valley gets the ones that already been like 5 years out or 10 years out. Hey, Snoopy, how's it going? So that other guy isn't joining you. Not for the moment. Not for right now. Hey, Hector Johnson, how's it going? But yeah, going back to the whole, they're just bringing it back, man. The Cameron County, and I know some people they're like, it's great, it's awesome. We're gonna have a Cameron County arena, but wasn't San Benito doing the same thing, putting like a convention center right next to it? And is it convenient to have an arena right next to a convention center? And are we bringing in people? Has anybody put in their interest into it, or any investors? Hey, Hector Johnson. Gasser will be in. Ella will be in a couple of minutes. He was just had like a last minute thing. I don't know if it was like bodily fluids or not. No, I think it was something like business related. Zumbi says, like Maggie said last night, we only got new lights and a mural from what we can see with the Musk money. Where else did the Musk money go to? That was my question yesterday as well. I was like talking to somebody and I was like, hey man, kind of like why can't we just see a report of what's being spent on what is the proposed things to spend that money on? You know, is it just all going to downtown? Which is, I guess, it's going to end up happening because of the whole trying to boost the downtown area. But give us a list, give us the amount projected or something. Let's. I just want to see some transparency in there. Ray said, "Pues si they're trying to get it passed with los dirty tricks, yeah." Because the first time around, when Eddie Trevino was going around with the county commissioner, he was just like real quick, "Hey man, this is gonna be paid by the hot tax, which is a hotel occupancy tax, and the car rental. So it's nothing gonna cost you anything. It's not gonna cost anything to the citizens here from the area." And then everybody like, "Yeah, you put a subdivision and an arena right there within the same area. Yes, our taxes are not are I guess frozen if you don't want to call it. The taxes are not going to increase, but yeah, the houses prices are going to increase because that's not what's being held back. But if the house price increases at the same tax percentage, it's going to go up. Your taxes are going to go up. So and then that's when they started, I guess, backpedaling and kind of like, well, you kind of got us there type of deal. Um, we definitely need citywide internet. Well, yes, that's true, but like literally citywide from all over, like from all the way from, I guess, from like the Via Pancho area, all that southmost area, all the way to the west part of Bronzeville, for Las Prietas and all that area. What propositions are in the ballot for you guys? Ah, I I wouldn't know on that one. Go
I
ahead.
know. I guess I came back in the right amount of time. A lot of the propositions that are on there are mostly Republican propositions. There are more centered on the if you're aware with a conservative movement out there, they're more geared towards the conservative movement. So I would say, I like them all. I mean, they have to do a lot of no critical race theory coming into our schools. A lot of protect the vote and stuff like that. A lot of things that I think a lot of uh, the left side, as they are kind of a little bit on the opposed to side, but tend to like them. So read them over. I mean, they're not really that difficult to go over. As the What positions are in the ballot for you guys? Positions?
Propositions.
Oh,
That was the one I read.
not for you guys. I think I think they're all the same statewide. No, Sam? Did you already go over?
Um,
No.
no, not yet. I'm gonna go today.
Pfft.
Pero I like you had mentioned earlier. You said it was only the Republican ballot.
Well, I know what I said was that the because they're propositions that were made by the state, and it is a state Republican controlled house. they tend to focus mostly on conservative propositions. You could probably pull them up. I think that they're going to be the same always. Judge Costco's came on my Talk Tuesday style and explained the whole arena situation.
And I'm thinking, if I stand if I recall correctly, I think he was opposed it because the way the fiscal responsibility or the way they were presenting the numbers. Because he also brought it up here in the show. He brought it up and he was like, it's too quick, and what you're stating is it's it's a little bit obscured, and you're
Sorry,
on mute.
I know. I gotta. I actually. One of the reasons why I was a little bit on the late side was I did have a client to come in all the way from Houston, and I need to take care of him. So, hey, man, work is work. But for some reason, Royal seems to get all the amazing candidates out there, and more power to him. I think that's great. I think that's wonderful. Este, I wish I could have that flair that Royal has, and or the connections. He's got all the connections. And let me tell you, in this world, a lot of times it's not what you know or how handsome you are, like me. It's
Who
it's
you
who
know?
you know. And Royal knows everybody, even to include Frankie Zone. Ha 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 ha. Ha. Good morning, good morning, good morning. A boop, oop, boop, 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 boop. Erasmo, mendigo asqueroso. Frankie announced yesterday that we'll be doing a show tonight, Sam, an early show. So you got to. We'll be doing a 6:30 show in order to start talking about how the elections are coming out. So tonight at 6:30, Sam, be ready. No pressure. And Frankie was the one that decided that. So yeah, thanks, Frankie. It's not like we have don't have anything else to do. Yes to all the propositions. Yeah, I think Royal's seen them, and I think they're good, guys. I voted yes to all of them. It can't be BTX text dream without proper internet in this city. Well, that's one of the things I think that I mentioned yesterday. Was it yesterday, Sam?
Yes.
I mean, how we talked about how Elon Musk is the but you were in and out because you were on a hot
No,
day.
but that was in the morning.
Was it in the morning?
Yeah,
How Elon Musk was out there giving internet to Ukrainians. See, that was in the morning.
I think so.
That's amazing, guys. Let me tell you, I said actually, I think the servers or the links were delivered already to Ukraine, and the Ukraine people, the representatives of the Ukraine people were out there thanking Elon. Man, that's stand-up guy. I wish we had that type of leader here. And it's one of those things that I think I received a meme, and I haven't been able to post it yet. But I received a meme in regards to the stature of the height of both our mayor and the mayor of and the president of Ukraine, and they're the same height. But how our mayor in stature is just so short, so short. I mean, guys, why can't we get Starlink here in Brownsville? And this is where we were talking about the other day, Sam. I want someone that's going to negotiate with Elon and try to get us more stuff, but more stuff not just for downtown, bro,
Yeah.
for the whole city of Brownsville. Can you imagine Starlink here in Brownsville? Is that during the pandemic? It would have been amazing. With
Yeah,
all
that's
that.
what we were talking about earlier about the millions of dollars, which I think we also talked about yesterday about having like a transparency towards like what is that money, I guess, projected to be spent on. You know what I mean? Like, is there like an agenda, not an agenda, but a list of things that you want
Plan,
to take care of with
like a
that
master
money?
plan.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, we need something. We got nothing.
that way we're kind of on the same page. Not like, oh well, this is what we were able to spend it on, this and this and this, and then like, well, we can't really see anything of that. You know?
Nada. But it would have been amazing if we would have gotten some of that cash, and used it for something that I don't know. would benefit the whole city of Brownsville instead of just the pocket of Trex Mendex and the city commissioners and the
No.
Limas? I saw today, and I actually posted because I'm a mendigo. Este chente con la gente. Who the
What,
hell
the
is?
board? The one about the guy hanging, holding a sign?
Well, this guy, no, the guy that's running, Vicente Guerrero or Hernandez. I don't know
Gonzalez?
whatever hell his name is. Who the hell is this guy? Chente con la gente. I mean, has anyone out there, honestly, guys, the 49 people that are on, has anyone ever seen this guy in our community?
The 49
Never.
people that already liked the video. Have you guys ever seen this guy before?
Has anyone ever seen this guy or heard of this guy before? Y de repente, Chente con la gente. I'm going like, who are you? ¿Quién eres? What have you done for us lately? Nothing. The guy comes from another district completely out there and took advantage of the zoning and redistricting thing and said, you know what? Pues esta gente burra les viento un chicken plate y ya se ponen todos contentos. And
Una
that's
donita.
una donita de that was me. Una donita de gansito marinela. And and we'll go berserk over the guy. And that's what's very, very unfortunate because all of a sudden it's chente con la gente. Who the hell is this guy? I mean, just because he's throwing out checks to different people, you've got a lot of support out there. That's just the truth. But let me say, I don't know who the hell this guy is, but tonight he's going to have his victory party or waiting for the post party at Las Ramblas. So I went on there when he put the announcement on, va a estar en las Ramblas. I said, bro, you do know, Chente con la gente, that la gente here probably can't afford to go to the Las Ramblas. We can't have a night out. Well, most people here in the city of Brownsville can't have a wine and dine out at a restaurant like Las Ramblas because it's for the niche.
Lo fuera puesto en el mante.
En el Mante hubiera estado más gente. No, and I put on there, you should have had it down southmost or something. No andabas allá repartiendo.
You know what? I think Tex-Mex has enough space. No, the one right there in frontage.
That's good. Yeah, it's huge. Not that I've been there, but even there would have been centralized.
You don't have to answer. But did you get my message from last night?
Oh yes. Well,
I couldn't get a picture because I was kind of like, I wouldn't want to be too obvious, but dude, I want to say 99% that I'm sure it was him.
We'll talk about that right now. But chente con la gente. Guys, and I put down there, I said, couldn't you have had it southmost? La gente the gente, most normal people here in Brownsville, can't go to the Ramblas because it's so, pricey, expensive. And, aparte, you're out there supporting the business of El Rata de los Limas. It's always the Limas, bro. There's something that I did want to bring up, talking about los Limas, which I want to go in depth and talk about tonight. Oh, hold on.
Just sending you a message about the Attorney General.
I'm getting a bunch of messages like crazy, man, and I don't know what the hell is going on. It's like doesn't everyone realize that I'm busy from 9 o'clock on?
You need a chief of staff, bro.
I need a chief of staff, not a doubt. Oh yes, I saw this today at one of the blogs, and I'm not going to mention the name because I can't stand the guy because he's such a
dude
bipolar.
This
guy.
Person's been putting videos and been blowing up on comments and likes.
Who?
The videos of VT.
ET.
VT.
Oh. Actually, I can't find it. I probably left it at home like an imbecile. But I could probably pull it up. No, we'll talk about it tonight. I guess I was just wondering if there was any city propositions. Like, no,
there's no city propositions.
No.
Like the one that put the arena in there. That's the one for like May 7th, I believe.
Yeah, where nobody decides to go vote. Yes,
and if anything, they're just gonna bring it up like about 2-3 weeks before to make sure that there's enough people to vote yes on it to get them all excited and not see the repercussions that's going to happen to the neighborhoods around it. But yes, I think it's going to be like 1,300 acres, and the arena is going to be right next to the subdivision, which I wouldn't want to live right next to a freaking arena, to be honest. Especially if it's like a targeted towards middle class and upper middle class income. But it's gonna be from one. It's gonna be all the way from 100 all the way to Roberta Road, and the arena's gonna be like right in the middle of all that area. But that's what they're hoping for.
Oh, perfect. It was already a good show with just Sam. I told him. I told him.
It's because like toast 2 seconds before, hey man, can you take over? Thanks, bye. I'm like,
Well, you got in here late.
Cameron County Arena.
You got in
But
here late.
yeah, I know. I have a little girl that's 1 years old that's like holding on to me to stay in bed.
Oh! It's because Royal is not negative como dices tú, Mayor Trey, el hijo de.
Yeah, but you're not gonna be saying yes to everybody. Like, oh yes, yes, I agree with you. I agree with. I remember in SGA, I'm not gonna say his name, but he would just say yes to everything. Whatever you throw at him, yes, yes, I agree with you. You said something else, yes, yes, yes.
I loved Robert.
Bro. I'm not gonna mention any names, but yeah, he ran for vice president in Alguien Más le ganó. I don't remember, and I remember because I was like his, I guess his campaign manager, and we didn't win. But I think that was probably because of the reason he was just whatever you said. It's a great idea. I'll support you.
I love
And
Robert.
sometimes you gotta come up with your own things, you know. And sometimes you can like you know what, it's not a bad. You can say, hey, you know what, it's not a bad idea, but this is how you can make it better. You know, work together, compromise here.
Yeah, I got a text this morning like I don't know why people tell me anything because look, I don't keep anything to myself.
I
I
know,
mean,
Roy. I know you don't say yes to everything, but
unless it's strategic or something. But
yes,
if we have any conversation out there, guys, just don't have conversations with me. So everyone out there in the political world, if you don't want the half of or 75% of Brownsville to know, then don't tell me. Unless it's something you say, hey man, I gotta share this information with you. Keep my name out of it, but here's the information and go look for something. But if it's just a conversation. See, this was one of the issues I had with Roman because with Roman, I go out there and I say everything that we talk about. He go, you said what we talked about. I said, well, yes, because we talked about it. It's not like you put a little,
you say Roman underneath your breath.
it's not like you put a little disclaimer like, do not mention my name, you know? So
Like
finally,
when you told what's her face,
okay.
like Cameron County Republican Morgan. Well, Roman told me this. You
Yeah.
told her that I told you.
Yeah, Roman got mad. He was not a happy camper. But guys, I don't keep secrets unless you tell me, specifically tell me, like, do not mention this or it did not come from me. Then I know there's a disclaimer there. But if you and I have a conversation, it's fair game. This is one of the reasons, Sam, with me, let me tell you guys, nothing that I say, nothing that I say is off the books. I will say this one thing, and again, a lot of times, I'll go out there and I'll tell a person, "Oh man, this guy sucks," and I have the expectation that they're going to go out there and tell people, that they're going to tell them. That's one of the reasons why a lot of times I say things. It's like at church, if I tell someone, este Sanedrín de Matamoros no sirve para nada, se creen mucho, I expect that person to go tell them, or else I wouldn't say it because I'm not the type of person that just says stuff so that it'll just stay ahí. I want people to know exactly what I'm thinking. I don't care. I personally just don't care, because everything should be transparent. La mendiga pingüina would go out there, Erasmo, you have to talk sometimes like if you are always being recorded. I said, I don't care if I'm recorded.
Yeah.
Anything I say 24 hours a day, in my sleep, in my damn dreams, anything I say, I don't care. I actually had kind of a weird dream last night. I was
Something should be just like straight out blunt about it. You
yeah, who
know, you got to
cares?
be straightforward.
I had a
Um,
dream that I was I was actually getting married. It's kind of a weird dream. It was a weird dream. And I
you
was
woke up
actually
with
getting
cold sweats or what?
well, it was weird because I was actually marrying as much as we talk about it, guys, I was actually marrying my dentist. And I'm going like, what the hell is my head thinking?
I guess it stays there subconsciously.
Yeah, and it's funny because Papa and Alicia were there in my dream. And Alicia, ya nos vamos. So I've decided, guys, I'm going to stop talking about my dentist. Period. Because now it's y'all are infiltrating my brain, people. You all, it's your fault, not my fault. It's your fault. Done, done, dun, 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 dun. Sarah Stapleton Barrera or Morgan La Mantequilla. Uh, let's wait till we see who comes out in the runoff. I think it's going to be Sarah and Morgan in the runoff, and we'll see. And look, one of the things that I think that for me is very important, Sam, is for individuals to be accessible.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, we'll reach out to both of them. And if anyone wants to come on and share their platform, and that's the person that I think is that we need to consider to be our next state senator. Don't think that Alex has done enough. I mean, I hope it's a competitive race. I think Sarah and La Mantequilla are going to blow him out of the water. I think it was a mistake for him to move from his state rep seat to the state senate seat. It was just too soon. But we'll talk about more of that tonight when we talk about the politics thing. Royals victory party at 10 p.m. on Talk Show Central RGV style. Awesome. I wonder if Elon has already given money for our city internet, but the money was spent elsewhere.
I wouldn't doubt it,
Well,
but they haven't. He would state it.
yeah,
He
he
would
would have he would have
he
tweeted
would
it.
have said something.
He would have definitely tweeted it. And I think that look, guys, the resources that were given to the city of Brownsville, Sam, should have gone to benefit the whole city of Brownsville,
Yeah.
not just Mayor Mendes's properties, not just Nerith Golonsky's properties. It should have got to everyone. It didn't. I don't care how many butt kissers are out there. I don't care how many people are out there like, oh, the mayor's doing an awesome job. I don't care. The money that Elon Musk gave to the city of Brownsville, I think someone said 20 million.
But wasn't 20 million that went to the school, or did the school get 10 and they got 20, or vice versa?
The school got 20, and the schools in Cameron County got 20, and the downtown
Got
Brownsville got
10.
10. But supposedly he gave some other money. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, like he increased it.
Something like that. Again, we don't even know anymore. There's no accountability. There's no accountability for the 10
Like
million.
who do you ask? Like how? Like
You're never going to get the answer because at the end of the day, they say, well, it's still in the works or, we're still working on it. But again, see no improvement except the ugly murals downtown have gotten nothing for it. Nothing. And
and
again,
that was paid through that money.
yeah, well, yeah, because remember that it was more than anything from that Elon money that they decided to put up the murals to beautify downtown. I think that that's where the money came from. And Gabriel could probably correct me. With that said, guys, internet. Can you imagine citywide internet, Starlink, if we would gotten that instead of two ugly murals? It would have been amazing.
Yeah.
It would have benefited the city of Brownsville. But the question is, how does citywide internet benefit the mayor of the city of
But
Brownsville?
Starlink.
Well, let me finish it. But
Okay.
no, let me finish this comment. Think because it just came to me, guys. How does it benefit the elite, the rich? It doesn't. Think about this, Sam. Citywide internet does not benefit the rich or Trey Mendes. Why? Because they've got good internet, Sam. They can afford good internet. What about the people in Cameron Park, Southmost, Rivera? You know, that are struggling to pay for their internet service and light service and everything else. It would have benefited everyone, but it wouldn't have benefited Trey Mendez. It wouldn't have benefited Nerith Galansky or all these St. Joe people out here because they've got good internet. We don't. Sorry. Ahora sí habla, perro.
No, I'm wondering like is Starlink like I'm trying to find out if it's like a free internet type of deal.
It's satellite internet, isn't it? That's what he's giving Ukraine, no?
Yeah, because it just says it's a free satellite based internet service.
Perfect. Rawls has dreams of grandeur, but reality is we will always be last in everything with the current people in office. Yes. Maybe they need the internet more than us. Tricks? I agree, though. We should have at least been offered something. But think about this, Mr. Boop. Can you imagine if we would have actually gotten citywide internet? But again, Trex Mendex, Eddie Trevino, El Imbécil, all these people are not going to do stuff that benefits the city of Brownsville as a whole. They're going to do something that benefits them personally. Because again, guys, they don't need internet. They've got great internet service. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Gente con la gente. That slogan belongs to Alejandra Aldrete. Aldrete con la gente. Aldrete con la gente. And I had to Google that Chente guy. No clue who he is. No clue. Chente, hazle como Erasmo. He had his election meetup at Jack in the Box. Amen, brother. Everyone can afford Jack in the Box. Wake up.
For the Munchies menu.
It's the first of the month. And let me tell you, Jack in the Box has good food. Vicente came into our district 34 and says re-elect. I challenge him face to face about it. He is lying right from the start. Story is the boundary lines were moved by his suggest. 100%. Royal is on point. ¿Por qué te cae mal Craig Grove? Because the guy's a lambiscon. Craig Grove is a lambiscon. You know, he's one of these people that think everything's beautiful, everything's wonderful in Brownsville. Everything's great. And he'll go out there and kiss Trex Mendix butt. Anyone that's in an elected position, you know, I don't see how they see him coming. Visco el imbécil.
Like personally, like I have nothing against him. It's just the fact that I understand that he tries to make everything seem peachy. But yesterday I was commenting, and then he gets aggravated right away when you kind of contradict him, as far as like certain issues. Like yesterday, I got into his page when I was like, because he was talking about the whole Cameron County arena, and I was like, yeah, and I put at first, if at first you don't succeed, no, because they're bringing it back again. He's like, oh, this is the first time they're bringing this thing over here. I'm like, no, Cameron County arena is the second time they're bringing it over, and the first time was like a quick, oh, try to slide it into the ballot. That way, everybody says yes to it, not knowing what the bigger picture is. Because when they brought over to Los Fresnos, they're like, well, if they make a subdivision and arena over there, of course it's gonna bring it's gonna raise the prices of the houses over here in Los Fresnos. The tax rate is the same, but the price of the value of the houses is gonna go up, meaning you're gonna have to pay more.
¿Qué
But yeah,
pasó?
he tries to see everything colorful.
¿Qué pasó con Frank McAfee? The guy was cool. Even Minerva changed her last name for him.
I think he's still cool and he's still doing okay. I don't know about the numbers.
We'll find out tonight. Unless La Tia Solterona asked me to say yes. Oh, yeah. La Diva is off the record. No. Miss Erasmo and the dentist wedding. It's crazy, man. I'm not even joking. I think it was the dentist. I support those. It was kind of weird. Yeah, I was actually wearing a tuxedo, so no, it wasn't like I was wearing. I support those that come on my talk show stuff. Well, I mean, I think one of the things that we should hope for is that everyone wants to come on talk shows at Georgia Resale. And the same thing with me, you know, I want everyone, you know, because I want to hear from everyone. But if there's two candidates and only one will come out and answer the live, you know, unscripted questions, well, then yeah. I agree. People need to mature and have proper conversations with one another in public. That is why opinions and facts exist. No talk about them. To talk
to
about them.
talk about
Yes.
something.
The city is thinking small potatoes. Elon would probably give us more money, but he will see the wrongdoings and stop his support. That's what's unfortunate.
How many people live in the county? It's about 400,000, ain't it?
Not sure. I know Brownsville's up, probably up like 250 now.
Yeah.
Brownsville is the
They
biggest.
were super close to hitting 20,000 people in the whole county for early election. 20,000
Well, registered voters, I can't even remember. I think we have 90,000
in Brownsville
in Brownsville or in the
or in the
county.
county. Or the 90,000 from what? From the whole county?
I can't remember honestly. I want to say Brownsville. I mean, our population, yeah, it probably is Brownsville because our population is probably at 250 right now. On the on the sign before coming to Brownsville, it says 185 or 189,000.
Yeah, but those haven't been updated in years.
Yeah. Well, they should. I think they did a census this year. No, he was on my show. Gente con la gente or Roman. Sam, I hope you had a great anniversary. That's why I hope the rest didn't eat all your stuff. It doesn't look like they've eaten. Mendigas ratas, bro. I mean,
Pues dejas todos los galletas ahí. Put them in bins or something.
what the hell? No, I did. I'm not even joking. You need to come by and see the office. I put everything in bins now.
Oh, and Luis, no, it wasn't my anniversary. It was my wife's birthday.
Yeah.
And we went to go see some karaoke being done at the bar.
Talking about the bar.
You
Uh,
see all kinds of people there.
let me say, I had heard this before. I just didn't want to believe it that the most that kid was already out of jail. I mean, I cannot confirm it, but Sam seems to think that he saw him last night.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody else had seen him, but I saw him and I was like, I don't want to like go up to a person and be like, "Hey, man, like, are you most at?" You know. But according to the pictures and how the way he looked, I'm like, dude, that's what I'm saying. You're like 99%, and I didn't want to take a picture, you know, because that would be like super awkward going up to a person and taking a picture.
No, but you do it like a la sneaker, Sam.
Yeah,
That's
but
how
it's all dark. It's kind of dark there at the bar. Not that much, but it's kind of dark there at the bar.
but you
But
know,
I did see him try to, but it's because you know a person, you see a person how like who they're with and how they're dressed, like you kind of know if it's him or not.
but
But
did
he was doing like a little photo shoot there, like inside the bar.
a photo shoot?
Yeah, you know how where they have those stairs going to. I don't know if you've seen it, but lately they have like a little balcony like going towards the outside, and there's some stairs there, and that's where he was doing like a little photo shoot. But I'm like,
Well, check out his Instagram. Maybe he put up something.
I don't have Instagram. I'm not that young.
Why am I young? Uh, nope, nothing new on Instagram. The last picture he has is when he was out there at the Children's Museum.
Yeah, well, that's all they're gonna show because he's not gonna be adding things there. No, like why would you bring more attention to yourself when everybody thinks that you're under federal custody? And that's what I had mentioned before. When as soon as he got arrested, I'm like, dude, all he's gonna do is just gonna start saying names so that the FBI could go after those people.
There's actually two people that commented on that picture,
The what? Which one?
on that the child picture.
Oh, okay.
They
I
got
got his name.
someone. Didn't you get arrested for distributing child pornography? So this other person put perfect, but maybe he stopped looking. That picture, last picture, was put up 69 weeks ago.
Yeah,
So maybe he just stopped posting. Maybe he has another account. God only knows.
yeah. And I didn't want to be weird about it. But I was like, dude, it's so crazy because it was like this guy was like right in front of me, and I'm like, dude, I was more like in shock of seeing him out in public, you know. And then I'm
Well,
like, okay, well maybe you're in house arrest, but he ain't got no ankle bracelet. And that's where my wife was like, "Well, that's when money talks and bullshit walks."
Yeah. 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 So I'm trying to find out to get information if he was actually released from federal custody. I mean, he was on no bail, you know,
Yeah,
but
that's what I told my wife. I was like, "Dude, this guy has no bail. Like, how can you bail someone out on a no bail terms? You know?"
unless they went back in and asked the judge for bail or something. But this is what really trips me out. If it was him, Sam, what the hell are you doing at a bar? You
Yeah,
know, I mean, I would, you're going out there in front of Brownsville people. And let me tell you something. Brownsville people are very, very forgiving,
yeah.
except,
I was like,
except
okay, you would go back to Austin unless
Brown,
you got to stay within the area and be in house arrest.
but Sam, Brownsville people are forgiving, except when it comes to child abuse and child molestation and child pornography.
Yeah,
Then the city of Brownsville are not forgiving. So you're going out into a public place where you're probably going to run into someone that's going to recognize you. Sam did, if that was him. I mean, because that 1% maybe wasn't him, and you're going to be out there, putting yourself where someone could come knock the crap out of you. Not that I'm condoning or encouraging that, but why would you put yourself in that situation? You
yeah,
know, stay hidden, bro, and await your day in trial if you're even going to get a day in trial.
yeah.
No, no, keep on sending damn snacks. I already got bins. Don't stop sending snacks. The museum replied to a person who asked about why they hired Mossad. They said nobody is in danger because the authorities already investigated. Why would the museum say that? How do they know that? No, that's not the complete investigation. You know, it's not the complete investigation. It's not an excuse. We want to know what in the world this kid was doing at the Children's Museum. And it was there an internal investigation. I mean, do you have cameras out there,
Yeah.
that followed this guy around everywhere he went? He's dealing with children. Hey, Jessica. This is Sam.
I'm Sam, the new guy. Well, she's also been posting about Mostad recently, right?
Yes, hot and heavy. And she's been going at it. Good
And
morning,
you
gentlemen.
know what, man? It's because I was like, you know what? If I knew her personally, I would have been like, and she was the one that been posting. I was like, and I would have messaged her like, you know what? Swing by the bar, like, take a picture with him or something. But it's because I didn't want to be up in his face and be like, hey, are you this person? I didn't know how to approach the guy and be like, hey, how's it going? My name's Sam. What's yours? Type of deal. And if he said like Daniel, was like, okay, then it is this guy, you know?
You should have pretended like you were hitting on him.
That's what I was thinking afterwards with my wife next to me.
Hey, we both want to hit on you.
Hey, you kind
Oh yeah, I
of,
I I kind of like you, and my wife wants some makeup tips.
but no, but like I'm not judging, but he was like he had like LGBTQ all over him.
It, this is what's
But
really.
I'm not judging though. But he was like, I'm like, it has to be him, you know. He had those tight capris or tight pants with like
You
some
should have texted.
orange.
You should have texted me last night. I would have gone. I would have gone and said like,
I didn't want to do that, man. To be
you,
honest, because I was like, why would you go and
I would have
do
gone
that,
like,
man?
hey, it's you. I would have, Sam. Hey, didn't you go? God, what? There's a tree. Why shouldn't you be in jail, bro? I would have done that. Okay. Good morning, gentlemen. Speaking about clubs, do you know what reason why they closed the Wind Bar, the expressway? It looked like it was doing fine when it was open. I don't think it ever did fine. I think the part of the problem
Yeah,
with that club, it was just too big. It's too big, and it had the bottom and it had the top, and it was just too big. You couldn't afford to have people in there as they're serving all those people that could possibly gone in there. You know,
yeah. I know I went there once, and but it was like before he gets his rush. I think like it had his rush, like it was more like of a nightclub type of deal with a restaurant, kind of like an Irish pub where you have your restaurant during the day and then at night he gets his music. But I don't know. Brownsview's like that. Like it a place opens, it gets good for a bit, and then people get bored about it because there's nothing changes, and then they'll just leave it for another new place.
I think part of the problem is the expectation, like Sky Lounge, and you're going to be on top, and a lot of the lights, and a lot of people are going like, ah, se van con
Yeah.
la pinta. They'll go, and then they get crappy
You gotta
service.
keep on changing like the I guess the scenario or whatever you call it on
Yeah,
in the bar
and
to
then
keep it interesting.
part of the thing is that at first they had this chef out there. I mean, she was massive. She did some great food, and then all of a sudden you don't want to pay the chef anymore when you think you could bring someone illegal from Matamoros and pay them like
Yeah.
half of what you pay them, and then you start getting crappy food. And
Yeah.
again, nothing against the cooks from Matamoros, but it's the truth. So, you're gonna get what you paid for. I think what happens here, what you should do here, this is my opinion. If you're gonna start a club, start a one-story club, put a bunch of screens all the way around, put all this crappy reggaeton music, and see what happens. And you're gonna get all the tacuaches in there. You know,
Yeah.
not like the tacuaches I have here at my office who eat my food. You're gonna have the tacuaches in there that are going to start fights
It's
and
because you're always gonna get those damn tacuaches that go to the clubs and be like, "Nambe ordenen una bottle," and then they have other 8, 9, 10 friends drinking from that one bottle,
todos. Yeah,
which is one cup a person.
yeah, and then you're done. But then
That's it.
you're gonna get pure tacuache that are
I
all
seen
are
that personally, man. I went to the dive bar once, and we were right next to this table that were had like about 10, 12 people, and they were like all rowdy. But I
tacuaches.
guess since they go regularly, and I guess they see it as being, I guess, just get a bottle each time, although it still comes out to the same thing, you know?
It's tacuaches, and then it's the
Yeah.
same tacuaches that are going to start the fights. The same
Yeah.
tacuaches que se
Which they
creen
did. Kid you not. They're the same one that started the fight.
the
No
same one.
joke. That was the same group that was like five, I guess, Hispanics against like the two black people, the
Yeah,
only two black people from that bar. And they ended up kicking the black people out of the bar.
yeah.
I'm like,
And
you
then
gotta be kidding me, bro.
yeah, and the same tacuaches are out there in the bathroom, snorting coke and stuff. It's the same ones, and they'll go from one bar to the other bar to the other bar.
Yeah.
Not that I was one of those tacuaches. Is Bronzo even ready for the future? Will we adopt and accept Tesla? The future is here. Tesla, Starlink, Tesla Energy, Tesla electric cars. But this is what Lalo is saying. We could have asked for so much, you know,
And settled for crumbs.
it's set up for crumbs, guys. And this is my point completely. We settle as a city, we settle for crumbs because we got these ratas at city commission, Trex Mendex, the Limas, United Way of Brownsville, all these ratas out there, all these ratas, they take what should be given to the city of Brownsville. And all Elon has to do, and anybody else that wants to come and invest in the city of Brownsville, is throw them migajas, and we're screwed as a community. We don't get all this stuff that Lalo is mentioning. We could have so much more, but we settle for so little. And then you got the butt kissers like Craig Grove out there. Oh, great job, Mayor. Great job. You're doing a fine job, Mayor. He's doing a fine job for his people, not for our people.
Not for the general population of the city.
Good morning. I just got in. Good. Hello, guest. And we need you to come back on the show. Let us know when. Tonight, if you want, we're doing a. What are we doing? Election results thing.
Yes.
Jessica's good. She knows politics.
Yes.
I like Jessica. Jessica is one of these trailblazers. I mean, I don't think the Republican Party likes Jessica, and I don't think they like me either. You know,
They don't like many people unless you're rubbing elbows with them.
yeah, because I think, and this is where Jessica and I think are a lot the same. Just don't like kissing anybody's butt, and unfortunately, everyone out there is, everyone that's in the political world, all of a sudden starts to kiss people's butt. I had a conversation with Roman. I don't know if he wants me to say it, but he's going like, "Oh, well, this and this." I'm going like, Roman, just because you have a seat now, you know, in the party or something, doesn't mean that you have to go everything's fine and dandy. No, call out the crap when it's crap, and
Yeah.
and do the great thing. There's so much good that the party does, and there's some good that the Democrat Party, some good. You can't deny that. Some good that the Democratic Party does. Mostly is pura rata. Here in Brownsville and Cameron County, the Democratic Party, most of it is pura rata, and they have kept this community stagnant.
And
And I
which has it has potential, like you mentioned before. It has so much potential
so
to
much
do so
potential.
much better.
Oh no, and
But
then people go like, Erasmo, but you're going to want the Democrats. Uh, are you going to want the Democrats to vote for you? Screw them. Screw all the ratas. I don't care about the damn ratas. I don't care. They're ratas. Oh, you can't talk about that for lady baby, whatever the hell that Republican crazy woman is. You can't talk about her because she's going to have to screw her too. Screw anyone out there that's a nut, because I'm tired of people playing the party political game. We deserve so much better than that. So much better. Now,
hey,
Sam,
speaking of so much better than that, did you hear about Greg Abbott's and his orders for like the transgender kids
uh-uh.
that they're going to open, I guess, cases for the parents whoever tries to do like a sex change operation on minors.
Well, that's a criminal, and I think that's one of the propositions, if I'm not mistaken. It's
Yes, that's one of the propositions, but I think he went above and beyond it and started doing investigation on people.
it's criminal. Anyone out there that is changing the sex of a child should be thrown in jail. Should never, ever again be allowed to have children. Anyone out there, because you are stupid. I mean, Sam, can you imagine? Oh, no. My child, 3 months old, but identifies as a boy. So, you know, it's
Yeah,
crazy.
because I understand like people should just wait until like once they're adults.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it?
Look, if you're an adult and you want to, and I'm going to say, if you're an adult and you want to change your sex, more power to you. I'll support your right to change your sex, wear whatever clothes you want to wear.
Yeah,
I'll support you because
whatever floats your boat.
whatever
But
floats
if
your
you're a
boat.
minor and you're it's more towards like the people who are trying to push it upon their children.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Because I understand
Listen,
like some kids nowadays are kind of like confused about it, and it's part of this like I guess psychological stepping stones of teenagers when they're going
yes,
through those confusing stages.
but even but
And
but even with that said, let me say, and again, I'm the only elected official ever, only elected official ever, only elected official ever that ever stood to fight for a student, a high school student, to wear whatever the hell he she want. I don't know how he or she identifies, whatever they wanted to wear, you know, and they fought me. The school district fought me. No one stood up for this child. No one. If you're a teenager, if you're in high school, if you want to wear a dress, I'm going to fight for you to wear a damn dress. More power to you. Once you become an adult, if you want to change anything, if you want to snip, and I three snips, more power to you, man. It's your choice. But not if you're a child. Not if you're 6, 7, 8 year old. I'm sorry, no. A big no. You should go to
I know
jail.
kids go like through the dollars, like through their stages from the kids to adolescent, through teenage years up until like 18. And there's some stages that you go where you're literally sometimes you're confused about it. Sometimes you grow out of it, sometimes you don't. But wait until you're 18 for sex changes.
Crazy stuff. La Diva, I really got a lot of work to do, and it's already for an hour anyway. La Diva has a new dress now. Love you too, Erasmo. You're correct. Greg Abbott does anything for a vote. Why is no one taking about him accepting contributions money from the clinics who do HRT to minors? Someone should. I haven't seen his campaign report. Sam, anything else for this morning?
Nope.
I got so much, a lot of work to do today, and I'm pretty upset.
Hey,
Guys,
at
have a
least
great.
there's work, man. What if there wasn't?
I know I'm happy. Guys, have a great day. See you tonight at 6:30 in the evening, guys. 6:30 in the evening, special show for the results. Guys, have a great day. Social distance, face covering, hand sanitizer. Still believe in all that crap? I don't. Guys, be good to each other and please continue to be good to me. God bless.
Yeah, bye.